Hi Year 1, it's Miss Curtis here, and today I'm going to talk you through our first maths lesson of the week, all about the basics of weight and maths. So to anchor our learning, have a look at the picture on the screen. Can you remember what this is called and what it is used for? Okay, it is a balance scale and it is used to help us measure weight and mass. Here we've got a picture of a balance scale in its starting position. So we can see that both sides start off level and balanced. However, when we add an object onto one side, it causes that side to move down. And that's because the object has a mass. The other side moves up. Looking at this picture, we can see that the side with the bucket on is heavier than the other side. This time we've got a pineapple and an orange on the balance scales, and the question says, is the pineapple heavier or lighter than the orange? If you have a look at the pineapple, that side has moved down. That tells us that the side with the pineapple on is heavier than the other side. So to answer the question, the pineapple is heavier than the orange. Okay, this time we've got a mouse and a cat. And the question says, is the mouse heavier or lighter than the cat? The side with the mouse on this time has moved up. And that tells us that the mouse is lighter than the cat. So we've got a series of statements here, and the question says, which sentence is correct? So the first one says, the pink cupcake is heavier than the blue cupcake. Well, if you have a look at the scales, the pink cupcake is actually level with the blue cupcake, and the scales are balanced. If the pink cupcake was to be heavier than the blue one, the pink cupcake would have moved down and the blue cupcake would have moved up. So we know straight away that that first one is false. The second one says the blue cupcake is lighter than the pink cupcake. If that was the case, the side with the blue cupcake on would have moved up and the side with the pink cupcake on would have moved down. So again, we can say that one is false. Finally, the last one says the mass of the pink cupcake is equal to the blue cupcake. As we've already discussed, the balance scales are level, and that tells us that the mass of the pink and blue cupcake is the same. So the final statement is correct. This time we've got a reasoning question. It says Rosie thinks the teddy bear is lighter than the robot. Is Rosie correct? Explain your answer. So if we have a look at the image, we can see that the teddy bear has moved down on the scale and the robot has moved up. That tells us that the teddy bear is heavier than the robot. However, Rosie thinks that the teddy bear is lighter than the robot. So we know straight away that she is incorrect. So for our answer, we can write Rosie is incorrect because the teddy bear is heavier than the robot. So we have answered the question and we have explained why. Here there are a couple of practice questions for you to have a go at. So I would suggest pausing this to give you a chance to answer those before moving on. So your questions for today you can find on the White Rose Home Learning page. If you follow this link, you will find a page like this, and if you find week 1, lesson 1, and it's all about an introduction to weight and maths. There's a short video there for you to watch, and also a link to some questions. So these are your silver questions for today. If you complete all 4, you can then check your answers by following this link here. When you've done silver and checked your answers, you can then move on to gold, and there are 3 reasoning questions for you to attempt. And then if you fancy a challenge, there are 2 problem-solving questions for platinum. If you have any problems with today's maths lesson and would like any support, just email myself or Mrs. Bickerton Dean, and we'd be happy to help you.